Hi guys, it's Miss Hall, and guess what? It's science time. That's right, you got it. It's time for science. And guess what? I'm so excited because today we are talking about something really interesting and exciting. We are talking about how to purify water. In America, there are many ways, in America, there's modern technology to purify water. But did you know in other nations, some nations lack the ability to access clean water? So let's take a look. And it's really important because if you don't drink clean water, what do you think would happen? Why do you think it's important to have access to clean drinking water? So we're going to observe a scientist who's endeavoring to clean water using natural substances or a natural substance. Let's take a look. First of all, what is a scientist? A scientist is someone who discovers new things and then observes how it works and then bring the public back the information. So let's take example, for example, animals. Scientists observe animals and how they work, or not how they work, but how they live, how they grow, how they eat and sleep, and they bring us back information so we can properly care for them. So we're going to read about today a doctor, a scientist who cares for plants, and let's read about her. She's a scientist. I'm on page 153, and that lady in the picture, her name is Dr. Alcantar. Dr. Norma Alcantar is a chemical engineer and a professor at the University of South Florida in Tampa. Some of the problems she works on involve Alzheimer's disease, chemotherapy, and finding ways to make drinking water clean. Many communities in Mexico have drinking water that contains harmful ingredients. Dr. Alcantar has begun using a process that involves the gooey substance called mucilage, found in the prickly pear cactus. This substance allows the cactus to hold a large amount of water. When it is added to untreated water, it causes unwanted substances in the water to sink to the bottom. Dr. Alcantar wants to use the cacti as a filter so that more people can have access to clean water. Let's find out more about Dr. Alcantar because that sounds really interesting. In the previous lesson, we know about cacti. So did you know that there's a substance in cacti that can purify water? That's pretty interesting. I'm on page 153. Let's get to know Dr. Alcantar. Get your pointers up, and if you could read with me, that would be great. Dr. Norma Alcantar. Dr. Norma Alcantar studies materials. She makes them more useful. Dr. Alcantar wanted to find a way to make water clean. She learned that some people in Mexico use prickly pear cactus plants to clean water. The plants have a gooey material. Dr. Alcantar studied it. She used the goo to make water clean. That's pretty cool. Let's find out a fun fact about Dr. Alcantar. She learned about using this kind of cactus from her grandmother. Must have been very fun growing up. So let's turn over. Do you think Dr. Alcantar's work will help people, plants, and animals in Mexico to meet their needs? Why do you think this? Remember now, let's do a quick recap. Dr. Alcantar is endeavoring to help people in Mexico have access to clean drinking water, which is very important to our health. Can you imagine drinking dirty drinking water? What do you think would happen? She's using the substance from cacti to purify the water. And remember, that substance causes harmful ingredients to sink to the bottom. That's pretty awesome. Let's turn the page. So we are going to do an assignment called Fantastic flowers. Oh my God, I'm so excited because previously we've learned about leaves. We've learned that there are different types of leaves. We've learned how leaves help plants. And so now we want to know about flowers, fantastic flowers. Are flowers different too? Well, we want to know how, and we're going to observe this because remember, you all are scientists. Just like Dr. Alcantar made an effort or is making an effort to use a natural substance from a plant to purify water, you too can make your observations about how if flowers are different. So this is what we're going to do. Our question is, are flowers different? And we're going to observe this. You're going to observe this. This is your assignment. Are flowers different? So we're going to plan. You're going to use your planning chart. Where will you look for flowers? Well, you can look in your backyard. You can look in your garden. You can go to the park. There are many ways. You can look on the internet and research at least 3 different types of flowers. Then you're going to tell us all about it. You're going to answer that question. Question 2, how will I collect my flowers? You're going to tell us how the steps, well, now that you have a strategy, first, next, then, last, you're going to use that strategy to tell us what you did to collect your flowers. And then you're going to say, how will I classify the flowers I observe? Well, we already know what the term to classify or classification, that simply means to put into groups. Remember we did animal groups? So you're going to classify your flowers. And remember, you're going to research with an adult at least 3 different flowers. Lastly, how will I show what I learned? Oh, this is going to be good. How will you show what you learned? You're going to talk about what you observed. Are flowers different? You're going to talk about every step and bring us the great discoveries that you as scientists have learned. Great. That should be fun. I'm really excited about that. And let's turn over to page 155. Well, I'd like to introduce to you our new vocabulary, our new key terms for this unit. Flower and cone. And as you read the chapter, you're going to come across those words, and now that you've seen those words, it should be very easy for you to pronounce. Let's look at this funny looking plant on page 155. It's funny looking, isn't it? I have no clue what it is. So as you read, you're going to answer, engage your brain. How is this plant like some animals? Okay, we haven't read enough for you to answer it now, but as you read, you're going to come back and answer that question. And you're